welcome everybody to my first spirit chat. And I am Crystal Iris, the boss set extraordinaire, and I have an amazing guest today, Miss Jamaica Dodd. She is my spirit sister. Oh my goodness, like she's the bomb. She's the boss. Okay. How you doing, Jamaica?
Hey, Crystal, thank you so much for having me on.
No
Sister to
problem.
sister, soul to soul.
Yes, I love all of your stuff. So let me tell y'all first how me and Jamaica met. Me and Jamaica met in a group. It was like one of these Facebook groups, Course from Scratch with Danielle Leslie, and we were both in the group trying to build out courses and things like that. And Jamaica's course was similar to mine, and she was a Black girl that did Reiki. So I was like, let me reach out to her and see what's going on over here. So me and Jamaica, we got to talking about Reiki and the spirit realm and things like that, and it was really, really cool how we got connected. And then me and my mom and my sister me and my sister were thinking about moving to Texas, so we took a trip to Texas, and while we were there, Jamaica was at an event, and so we went to the spirit event. It was a spiritual event with a bunch of different healers and energy workers and things like that. So hey, we went there and Jamaica was there and we went to lunch or dinner, whatever that was. It was amazing. But
I was
me and
hungry.
Jamaica,
That's what it was.
yeah, me and Jamaica have been connected. We are in tune with each other. Anytime I have some ideas, I'd be like, Jamaica, look, I need to talk to you, girl. And she'll come back with something even better than what I was originally thinking or something in alignment with that. So I'm so thankful and grateful that Jamaica is on this call. On this conversation with us. So, Jamaica.
Yes, ma'am.
Ready, girl? You ready? Yeah. Maybe.
Hey, as ready as I'm gonna be.
Right. So, Jamaica has this amazing product line. It's a product line of healing products. She has candles. She has bath bombs. She has soaps, she has candles, just amazing products that I was blessed to have. And so I have candles and I have the facial soap, which are both amazing, by the way. The company's name is The Shitty Artisan, and we just rolled out this video talking about the different products that I had gotten, and people were like, asking about this name, The Shitty Artisan, and things like that. And I loved the way that you talk about your name. So let's just start there. Like, how did you come up with the name, The Shitty Artisan?
Well, picture it, Cicely, 19. No, so what happened was when I started my business, and it is what had happened. My original company name was Spirit Peak Wellness. What had happened was, so my love of willow trees and my love of peacocks is Willow Peak Wellness is what it came out. So I would say, hey, thank you for calling Willow Peak Wellness or shopping with Willow Peak Wellness. And it was just like WPW is what the first part of my website is for, Willow Peak Wellness Tribe. And I made soap for the first time and I hated it. It looked like shit, straight up. It was falling apart, crumbling. So I had made 4 loaves and set it to the side, and I was in a process of moving. And my mom said, what do you want to do with this? And I was like, throw it away. She said, you have a market tonight. Let's go sell it. So everything else had a name, like beard balm and oils and sugar scrubs or things like that. She's like, what do you want to name it? And I said, I don't know. It looks like shit, feels like shit. If I could call it Shitty Soap. So she did. She's like, you sure? And I was like, yeah, we'll call it Shitty Soap. So she put it on there, and people walked by the table and was like, does that say, hey, come here, look. And it was like oblong, some was short, some were thin, there was all types of pieces in there. And I was like, get rid of it. I'm selling it for $2, call it a day, whatever. And they was like, I'm buying Shitty Soap because of the name. I don't care anything else, I'm buying that. And then they bought other things too. So I was like, F it, I'm not doing any more soap. So a couple of months later, somebody knocked me on my shoulder while I was about to do a reading at my market. She's like, are you the Shitty Soap lady? You know how I am when people stand over me. I'm like, yeah. Like, can you not stay on my shoulder and talk to me?
Right.
And then she was like, I love chili soap. The coffee soap was my favorite. Oh my gosh, you have any more? And I was like, no, I'm not making it anymore. She said, okay, just let you know I loved it. I'm like, okay. And then somebody else that night was like, are you the lady that sold shitty soap? And I'm just like,
Yes. Okay, confirmations.
I'm hard headed. So I was like, yeah. They tell me how much they love it. And I said, okay. And I started thinking, maybe I'll try the soap stuff again.
Yeah.
And then I was like, nah, that was too much work. And then 2 weeks later, they was like, are you the shitty soap lady? Please tell me you got some more shitty soap. And I was like, okay, I'm going to make soap again.
Right, it's time.
How to get it done and make it at least stay together. And since then, it's been over a year and a half now that I've been making soap. And then it started out with shitty soap and crappy candles.
Wow.
And I like to say my motto is, it may not be pretty, but it sure ain't shitty. Because everybody, when I tried to make things perfect, when I tried to emulate other people, it wouldn't work out for me. So the broken pieces, the misshaped, some may be bigger, some may be smaller, but it's still worth it, just like how we are as a people.
Oh, girl, I'm getting chills. Jamaica, I just got chills, girl. My eyes welling up.
Girl, cry it out.
Because literally we are, you know, we are all different shapes, and stuff happens and things happen to us, and we do become damaged, and to us we look like shit. But other people, they can still find value, and we still have value and things like that. That's amazing.
Yeah. So then I became because one, I make good shit, and two, I want people, when they see my name, they automatically smile.
Yeah.
You don't even have to buy anything. You're going to laugh at the name. So it brings joy.
Yeah.
And then when I tell them a story, like, it may not be pretty, but it's going to work. Just like you as a person, you may not be who you think you are. You may not be, you're trying to emulate other people. Just be you. Even if you're falling apart, even if you're crumbling, just, you didn't use the piece of soap that's about that big before. It still wash your hands.
Yeah.
So just because something is not like other people, just because something is not like how you imagine it to be, what the plan is totally different. And that is why I'm a shitty artisan.
And that's why you my spirit sister. That's why. That's why every time I talk to you, I just be like, Jamaica, who you talking to?
Somebody needed to hear that.
Every time. Look, hey, listen, we're not doing that today. Okay, we're not doing that today.
Look at my face. We do that every day.
Look what I got. Release that shit. Now, I have not used this candle yet. This smells so amazing, y'all. Like, it really does. So it got the crystal infused candle. Do you also put Reiki into the
all
crystal?
my products?
All of them. Okay, good.
Every product, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it's for, it has healing properties. Some things are more attuned or spelled or blessed or however you want to say it for a certain I can never say that word, specific. I got it. Whatever, it's made for something.
That's awesome. Yeah, I used, so yesterday, so right now in my life, what I'm doing is trying to manifest some different things. My fiance and I are trying to move to LA, so LA is pretty expensive, so we're working on that, working on moving. We're also working on our wedding, of course. We're working on, I'm also leveling up in my Reiki, so I have to have greater connection with my spirit guides and things like that. Get comfortable calling them in and things like that. So I used the connection candle yesterday, and I did that while I was working on myself doing my Reiki. And girl, it was amazing. Like, it smelled good. I even used some of the soy to rub my hands, to rub on my hands and into my skin. It's really good, really great products. And then this morning I used the facial soap, And I got you said it's activated charcoal in it and clay.
In pink candle and clay, yes. And
Oh,
it's
it was
moisturized
amazing.
with coconut milk. So yeah. So that bar is really great for detoxing, pull out them impurities like blackheads and things like that. I say it is a universal skin type bar, but as you know, with certain products, it just may not work. So don't feel bad. Use it as hand soap if you can't use it on your face, or you can wash your hair with it or whatever. Usually, all my products are from head to toe, and it still
Oh,
has the healing energy in it. So even if if you don't use it what it's intended for, like
it's
I would have never thought to use the wax for my hands.
oh
That
yeah.
would not have been a thought for me. But yeah,
It
like you said, it is soy
moisturized.
wax. Yeah.
It went in my skin really, really well. It was, and I was just smelling my hands all day. It went in really, really well. It wasn't waxy or anything. It was just a nice moisturizer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
It's
I'm
100%
definitely
soy.
using those candles whenever I'm doing my work. For
Good,
sure.
good,
Yeah.
good.
And the face, I love the soap too. It was nice and thick and it lathered up really nicely. And I know you said it's unscented, but there is a scent to it. Like maybe it's the natural scent. I don't
Yeah,
know, but
that's
it's not.
natural scent. You can
Yeah,
probably
it's
smell the coconut milk in the soap itself. So I use like coconut oil, olive oil, like that. So if you smell anything, you're probably smelling the oils mixing together.
it smelled good. It smelled really nice and light. Yeah, I loved it. So, so you told us about how you guys started creating the products. What else do you do? Because you do a lot of stuff too as a healer.
Boy.
So what else are you doing?
So man, a lot. A lot of nothing. No. So I always trying to reinvigorate my product line. Trying to change things out. I have my regulars, but I want to expand with different fragrances and things like that. But I am a Reiki master, so that means I have my level 3 in teacher, and I have 2 students under me, which is kind of cool. Um,
Yeah.
so I am working on that and incorporating my product business with my spiritual business and putting them together, because I already make the Reiki infused products, but I do make, in a sense, spiritual spa products.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting here trying to find formulations of herbs and things like that to bring in and join in into the spiritual healing process of the products. And also I am sharpening my skills because I am a life coach, and I want to work with, and I do work with those that have sexual trauma
Yeah.
or experiences or things like that. Um, I call it sacral transformational coaching, because I go straight into your sacral chakra. I'll pull out all those wounds that you've had, whether it happens to be molestation, rape, boyfriends, girlfriends, whoever. Even, and a lot of people I talk to are on the sexuality spectrum and or trans.
Mm.
And connecting from head to your genitals or head to sacral is very hard, because sometimes people can't get out their heads when they
Yeah.
want to be intimate. And
Yeah.
intimacy coaching is another thing I do, which is same as the sacral transformation, just a different title, because some people don't understand the word sacral. So intimate coaching, because intimacy means many different things. Intimate doesn't just mean sex. It means spending time with your friends, telling them I love you. It's getting hugs without having strings attached. It's being able to cuddle with a male friend and not think that is sex involved. It's
Yeah.
being able to just be who you are, be the human that you are, and live the human experience that you came here to live without worrying about something leading to sex.
That
And
is
that,
so powerful. That's powerful. There are so many people in the world, and see, we be vibing, girl, because like I know for me, a lot of my clients, like I tend to attract those who are also like who have womb traumas. And so
mm-hmm,
I know that I'm supposed to be working in that area a little bit more intensely. So we'll have to talk about that, where you got
yeah,
that coaching from. But I use Reiki for my clients.
mm-hmm,
But yeah, that's really powerful. There's so many people in the world that need that, and I remember for me, um I was raped in college, and I had some molestation stuff that happened to me when I was in. Gone somewhere, go somewhere.
That door squeaks out here.
Yeah, so when I was a kid, I had a molestation situation that took place, and then when I was in college, I was raped. And when stuff happens to you and it's sexually, sex is involved or anything like that, like you really do disconnect. It's like, I don't even want this thing. Like and I had to like really learn how to build a new relationship with my womb area and my vajayjay, because because like when it causes you, you think to yourself, it caused me this much pain, this much hurt. If I wasn't a female, if I didn't have this, I wouldn't be this hurt. I wouldn't have been in these traumatic relationships or these abusive relationships. I wouldn't have this done to me if I wasn't.
And you hit it with that. What about me? What about me makes it
easy?
What makes me a target? Then you internalize that so much. And when we go through those traumas, most people be like, oh, I can get over it, whatever it happened. They think they passed it, but you hear it on a soul level and all the way down to your DNA. You carry that stuff so heavy. It's like that, people say, oh, I got a weight on my shoulder, but you don't know what it is because you done went through, you're like, oh, it's not work, it's not this. And it's something 15 years that happened 15 years ago. And you're like, oh, that's whatever. I ain't paying attention to that. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I ain't got time for that. I'm going to let that go. But then you crying yourself to sleep in the middle of the night. You wondering why you can't talk to nobody. You wondering why all your friends are in great relationships and here you over here taking one for the team because that's all you think you deserve. That is my testimony. I was doing things like that. Yes, I was raped at 16. And then I also gave out freely. I had a free vagina that was like, oh, I want you to love me. So in order for you to love me, I'm going to just give it away.
That's what I got to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it took me a long time to realize I'm more than just my sex. I am more than just my vagina. I am a person. I think, I feel. This can get wet at a thought. But up here, if I disconnect up here, ain't nothing going on down there. I don't care who you is. You can look like the finest Michael B. Jordan. And I would look at you and be like, yep, not interested.
Yeah.
Body dry. Because it doesn't matter at this point in my life, because if it's not up here, I don't care how fine you is. Like, yeah, I'm all hot and ready, but I'm not going to do it because I respect myself more. And I had to learn that sex.
You got to learn that, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that it's like you really do have to build a relationship with that. Like India Ari song, Private Party. I talk about that all the time. She talks about how she had to strip naked and look in the mirror and have a conversation with herself. And that song, I played that so many times. Like I was doing that like a daily ritual.
Mirror talk is what I call it.
Yeah, exactly. That mirror talk. And it's very powerful. And you know what? A lot of women find it difficult to look at themselves in the mirror.
I'll pull up these if y'all can't tell how this screen is my boobs, but I will pull these bad boys out this bra and look at them and look at all my scratch marks and all this. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait. Yes. Most of it was birth control. The rest of it was stress because I was not feeling worthy of myself. I was just eating to not feel. So now I look at myself and I'm like, hey, bitch, you look good. Like I got one I call freckles and the other one's plain because this one actually got freckles on it. So I'm like, hey, freckles and not freckles. Like, what's up? Like,
freckles and not freckles, girl. Yeah.
But that's what I do like when I'm in front of the mirror, because I would watch myself when I talk, like how I'm looking at myself in this camera. And I would look at my camera and be like, you're fucking disgusting. All up in the mirror, like, you suck. I hate you. And then I would see how my face and my body is reacting to those words.
It just changed. Yeah.
It just changed. Like the energy changed. But then I would come back and be like, you're beautiful. I love you. You're
Yeah.
amazing. Do you know this? You a bad bitch, boo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'll be like, hey. And
Yeah.
then you'll see that
Yeah.
vibration just lift. And
Yeah.
if you constantly are thinking these things about you, your body, you can't see yourself every day. So your body just reacts. I just said 3 phases and my heart dropped because I know that's not true. My throat chakra was like,
Right.
we can stop
Ma'am.
right now. Like my
Hey,
heart chakra and my throat was like, we ain't gonna do this, boo. We went too far.
right. Yeah.
So for every word that I do and it makes me feel down, I say 2 or 3 to make me feel up. Like, ooh, boo, get it. Like,
Ooh.
yes, you are
Jim. Say
amazing.
that one more time. Say that one more time. That's a gem.
Oh, for every word, bad word that I say to myself that makes me feel down, I say 2 to 3 words to bring me back up.
That's right.
And that's because when you speak out in anger, you use your body more so because you're ready to defend. You're ready to fight something. But when you hear something positive, most people shy away. So then you close in on yourself. Why do that? Use all your body.
Yep.
Good. Shake it out. Shake it out. Like, I still feel a little bit of hurt from what I said as an example. But I know, my body knows it's not true. So I'm going to have to mirror talk myself when I'm done with this conversation to look myself in the eye and be like, bitch, you bad. You beautiful. You're amazing.
Yeah.
Nobody can do what you can do. Don't compare yourself to other people. You are amazing. You're beautiful. You are the shit. And now you feel it lifted. You can feel it. It took how many phrases with
Yeah.
to get that
Yeah.
last little bit out of my heart chakra.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people, like, when they're not in tune with themselves, they don't really know what they're doing. But when you are really tapped in and in tune to yourself, like, there are certain things that you really cannot do. Like, your body will let you know, like, fix
Oh
it.
yeah. It will let you know real quick, like,
Yeah.
boo. My
Mm-hmm.
heart drop. Like, if I feel something in my heart, like, I know since I'm a very heart centered person
Yeah.
and I care a lot, when my heart starts going like deep, like that hurt y'all saw, um, I have to like, did you drink enough water? Like, are you dehydrated? Is that why your heart feel like that? No, that's not why. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So who is it? Is it one of your friends? And you run through your head and you spiritually check up. I'm like, oh, is it X? Is it Y? Is it AB? No, 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 that's you. Because sometimes when you work with people and you know people and you give people access to your energy,
Yeah.
you have to make sure what you're feeling is yours.
It's
Because
yours.
why try to go through the pain and the heartache of other people's shit? Like, no, we ain't got time for that. This is 2020. We may be going through a pandemic, but we ain't got time for none of that. We ain't got time for other people's feelings and emotions. So, like, when those people that come in angry and they just yell at you and blah, 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 you know you ain't did nothing wrong. And now you feeling all weak and sad and musty.
Yeah.
Like, and
Mm-mm.
you carrying that on for 3 days and that ain't got nothing to do with you at all.
Wow. Jamaica,
Yeah.
what has been your greatest spiritual aha? I know what you just said was like really, really powerful. And I'm like, oh, was that the aha?
No.
Okay.
My biggest aha. Ooh, I know you told me to be prepared for this, but ooh, I've had so many.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even when I got my Reiki levels. It was more so when I had to do the work, when I had to put it forward. So everything I teach in like my sacral transformation or intimacy coaching, I've done it because I had to. So I
Healers
was,
gotta heal self first.
yeah, man. Ooh. If you could piece it to my sacral chakra, I think, matter of fact, I think I did it right before or right after I met you when I did this healing on myself. Because it was like June or July when we saw each other. And I remember I did it in July of 2018. So yeah. And I, at first, like a few months prior, I bought a journal and I was going to do like a letter to my exes. And or everybody, not my exes, everybody else. Let's just be honest, that's what it was. Some of them were exes, some of them were not. So, and even like certain intimacies, I put their name down, like I put it in a jar, and I just wrote out all the names. I have a long memory. I don't care if it was one time or not. I knew your name. You were a part of me. I'm carrying this energy. Of course, I got that. So I would pick out a name randomly, and I would write their name, and I would tell them, "F you, I hate you. This is why. This is what it made me feel. This is what I've been carrying. This is what happened between us." And then when I first started, I was like, "You're released from me. I release you from my soul. I release you from my body. I release you from my spirit. I release you from my energy. You're no longer welcome." And I signed my name, and I'll flip over to the other ones. But after each one, I would envision them in my sacral chakra, and I would see is what I call the fish hooking method, as fish hooks and a line around to them. And I would find theirs, and I would look at the color. And usually I tell people it's two colors, your color going out, their color coming in. And usually these lines, if they're like bad relationships or something, they wither down and get really fragile. Sometimes you can see your energy going out, but nothing coming in. It means there's a one-way street. You're feeding, you're constantly letting your energy out. So I would, I looked at it and I would grab it and I would take the fish hook out. And you never try to take the fish hook out of the fish, you know, it's stuck. So you have to finagle and reach, and it hurts when you do something that's deep. And then I would pray over, heal it the way I teach people how to heal it. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I would pass out for an hour. Because I just did so much spiritual work.
It's a lot of energetic work, yeah. I did something similar to that before I met Jay. Like I went through everybody. I didn't put names into a jar, but I wrote out a long list. I wrote out a list of everybody.
Nah, you said everybody. We'll let you. Your little post-it note of a list. We'll leave it at that. It was long. It was just a post-it note. And I wrote out a list of everybody that I had been intimate with, and I went through each name, and I said the same thing. I sat in the middle of my floor, and I said, and I imagined that they were there, and that there was a cord attached to us. So I did cord pulling. So I said, hey, this is what our relationship was. F you if I felt like I needed to say that, you know. Yeah, sometimes you have to.
Like it was a venting session, and then I also said I forgive this situation. I also forgive me, so I'm going to release you. And then I pulled the cord, and then I worked on myself. Like you are powerful. Like anything that I felt was taken from me in that relationship, I filled it back into myself. And I did that with each one. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, so that's when I came up. It was around the same time. I brought in my guides. I brought in, like, after, like, the fourth one, I originally do it, and I passed out and was like, no, this hurt too much, because I was sick for a couple of days. I called it. Everybody I worked with, like, a year later, that's when it happened in July, and was like, look, we going for all these hooks. Like, I envision, you know how sometimes you go to the museum, and they got the wires for hanging displays, and you're just like, oh, that's kind of intricate how they have that and how they have it pulled up. Yeah, so I saw my sacral and my little harem lady that's in there in her badass Jasmine outfit was chained down to the wall inside because she couldn't move. And it was a past relationship that kept me stagnant. Matter of fact, it was 4. And all of them was the ball, the chains, the brace around my ankle, all that had built up. And it's not something that you can just remove like a fish hook. No, I had to sledgehammer that shit to break it. To release my sacral from being combined within myself. To feeling nothing because she couldn't move. Yeah. So that's when I came up with this thing when I call it SAR. Sit, acknowledge, and release. And that's my big aha moment. It was sit with the emotions, see what it makes you feel, sit with the situation. What is going on? Why are you letting this carry you? And then acknowledge whatever lesson it taught you.
Yeah.
Did it teach you to be strong? Did it teach you not to be weak-minded? Did it teach you that not everybody is the greatest thing in the fucking world? Like, what did it teach you? Acknowledge, say thank you. And it may be something hurtful, like a rape, like a mixed molestation, because it changed you. So therefore, it taught you not to do something.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds weird to say thank you for what? I'm like, no.
Everything happens for a reason. Because if you had not had that experience, you wouldn't be who you are right now.
Exactly. You may have had that experience, and you may be in your, if you believe in soul contracts, because somebody may need to hear that 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the road and see that you rose above that, and it gives them hope. And nobody really wants to be the hope bringer. Nobody wants to do that. And I don't wish that upon anybody. Unfortunately, it's something that happens, and it can either destroy you or bring you out of it. So it's up to you how you want to feel. So after you acknowledged it, thanked it, figured out if you could change something about it, release it. Tell it. I tell people, I say, be gone with your bitch ass. And they're like, what? I'm like, sometimes you got to cuss. Sometimes you got to cuss. The situation calls you to curse or whatever. You say what you got to say.
Hello.
I hate you. Be gone with your bitch ass. My energy is mine. I'm calling myself back out. Fuck this, right? Sometimes you got to do it.
Wow.
And I'm all about cussing. So just sometimes you can't just say, okay, goodbye.
Yeah.
Like you are the weakest link. Goodbye. You can't do that. You that ain't gonna do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you say, get your MF away from me, you feel that. Even if you don't cuss in life, it's just something.
Yeah. I like that. SAR, sit, acknowledge, and release. Mm-hmm. So that was your greatest spiritual aha moment. And I think that's important for so many people to know that. I always tell my boss says that you got to learn how to sit in your mess. Like that was something that I had to learn from my spiritual teacher. And so like that really is, that's powerful when you could just sit there and acknowledge what it is that you're feeling instead of just dismissing it and not dealing with it. There's so many people walking around in this world that are just like miserable because they don't deal with their mess. I'm like, deal with it. You got to deal with that stuff.
Get over with it.
Yeah,
would you rather spend
exactly
20 years carrying around a leech or spend a week, 3 weeks at max, maybe even 6 months
just
getting
feeling feel bad, cry if you need to, feel mad, feel angry, and then get over with it, get it done. Yeah. So let me ask you this. I didn't want this to go too long, but I know how we go. But,
go ahead. We can come back for part 2 if they want.
I know, girl. I'm already thinking like, okay, that one, that topic.
Yeah, we can even do a virtual healing class on SAR.
Girl, listen, literally, okay. So what makes you want to share your gifts? You kind of tapped into it, so I felt led to ask that question.
Oh, because I was told to. It was up to me. I'd be in the house eating Cheetos with Cheeto dust all over me. Not wanting to get up off the couch and trying to let my dog outside. Like, no, because they told me. You know, like, look, bitch, we love you. But we ain't give you all.
Who is they? Because this is going to reach some people who are not, who are new to the spiritual realm, and they may not know who they are just yet. So who are you talking about?
Okay, so if you ever have a voice that in your head that says kind of like, don't do that, and you know you ain't say that, that's they. But you ain't crazy. At first, I thought it was crazy. I thought something was going on. I was like, who the hell is talking to me? Because I know I ain't think that, because it sounds different. Like, it's my words, but I'm sarcastic, but I ain't that sarcastic. But on my spiritual journey, I started venerating my ancestors. I started sitting out water and candle and giving out food as a thank you for coming before me. is what I started my spiritual journey on. And then you learn in Reiki to get you Reiki guides and spiritual guides. So yeah, some people can have animal spirit guides. I know that it's more native path, but every race and religion has their own type of guides. Even if you only believe in gods and angels, which I do, I believe I'm polytheistic, deep, whatever it is. I don't believe in everything. I believe I'm an animist. I think everything has a spirit. I don't care what it is. Like, you talk to your car enough and you say, "Come on, Bertha, let's get rolling." If you go in there and you don't say those words and then they turn on, you're like, "Come on, baby. Come on, I got you."
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Things develop a spirit, the more energy you put into it. Like, you breathe life into your relationship, like your relationship will be bountiful. If you breathe hate, then it ain't going nowhere. So why can't you do that with the inanimate object? That's like charging soap products or candles. It's in there. You believe it's in there. I know that I put it in there. I know that it's charged, and you feel the energy from it. So the same thing can happen when you have gifts. So I started learning about things. When I started saying things would happen. And then I learned the word manifestation. And that's, well, then after ancestral veneration, or however you say it, I was like, "Hey, grandma and grandpa and everybody else, I need help." So they would come in every now and then and say, "Hey, how you doing? Try this out. This is what you're doing." And then I started working with Orishas and deities. So I work with Papa Legua, Oshun. I work with Past, Baron Samedi. I work with Archangel Michael, Uriel, and Raphael. So that is like 7 people I just named, including 8 if you add in my ancestors. So that is my thing. That is my spiritual board, which is like a boardroom meeting. You can't be making big decisions about your life without having a meeting first. Your life is your business, and you want to make sure you bounce your ideas off of other people. And then you throw in my in real life friends, which I say is like people I talk to, or that has a human body. And those people are like, "Hey, that's a gift. Manifestation is a gift. Doing your products and the energy that you put into them, that's a gift. People need that. They don't come to your table because it's soap. They can buy soap at the store. They come to your table because that's what other people see from you. They're coming for you." And I'm like, "Yeah, right. Whatever." When people first started telling me that, I was like, "Yeah, okay. Everybody want to love me, Jamaica, whatever." And then people come back, and somebody actually said it one day. It was like, "I came over here just to get something from you because I like your energy and I felt it all the way over there." I said, "Cool." So when it started being reinforced and I started believing more in myself and the gift that like being psychic and being able to read and being able to do card readings and things like that, the more I worked on myself, the more I get pushed to tell people that they can do it too. Yeah. Or this is a gift you may not have thought you had. Wow. Like, you're working on something someone else does. Mm-hmm. Like tarot cards, like you got readings for me. Like tarot cards and oracle cards, I don't know anything about that book because I'm not supposed to know that book. I'm supposed to know what the cards tell me. But it took me a good year to realize that's not how I do.
Yeah.
So if I can teach people to trust themselves and I get the hard knock lessons so they don't have to, then I'm happy to help.
Yeah. Ooh, girl, I'm not going to go into that topic. I'm not going into that. Jamaica, you keep doing it.
Right now, we can do it again. Into that. I see your face like I got more questions.
Girl, this was amazing. This was really, really good. Thank you so much to the Shitty Artisan. Can you please share how people can reach out to you, learn more about you and your work and your products, your amazing products, by the way?
Yes. So you can reach me at willowpeakwellnesstribe.com or WPW. So Willow Peak Wellness Tribe.org is my website. It's a big old sign that says Shitty Artisan. I'm in this black love shirt on the website. It has a shop tab and a work with Jamaica tab, which is if you want to do healing work or anything like that. On Instagram, I am the Shitty Artisan, and I am J Dodd, which is J as in Juliet, and then my last name is Dodd. D as in David. And then on Facebook, I am Reiki and Soap or Willow Peak Wellness. Either one. I have 2 pages for everything.
Sounds good. I will also post up those links in your website and all of your social media handles as well when I post this video. Thank you so much, Jamika.
You're welcome.
I love you.
All the love, and I receive all the love.
All right, guys. This is Crystal Iris, and this is Spirit Chat.